Round 3, Alvaring, this brand new Spanish movie just dropped on Netflix called Platform 2. And this movie, it is a sequel to the 2019, this sci-fi movie came out, Platform. So when I saw the sequel for the Platform was coming to Netflix, I was like really surprised because the first movie was really unique. So I personally really liked the first movie. So in this movie, you see kind of like a similar story here. So all these people, they're voluntarily, they're participating into this vertical cell where the food, like once a day, this food comes from up and it all the way goes to the down, and all this person who's participating in this like they're in their cell, you know, 2 person is in each cell, and you're supposed to eat, like when this food comes down from the up, you're only supposed to eat the food is designated to you. Like if you have chosen like in this guy's story, like he chosen pizza, so he's only allowed to eat pizza from when this food comes down, like he's not allowed to eat something else. And of course when you eat someone else's food, like it's not designated to you, so there is a punishment, and because you're supposed to be following the law, like the guards actually comes out and tells them, hey, you're not supposed to eat someone else's food. Of course, you know how people are, you never eat what you are supposed to eat. I guess there is some good commentary on, you know, how social or how human nature is. The sad thing is like all this food is coming from up, and when it's all the way goes to down, you know, down people, they end up having no food. So, you know, there is some starving going on. So I thought this movie starts out quite strong. Although these ideas you already have seen in the first movie, but still the first act is quite interesting. There is some intense action scene, some intense scene. Wow, there's a lot of like violence scene here, you know, people go so much extra length to do all this thing, which personally sometimes it didn't make sense to me. I was like, all these people, they're voluntarily here and yet they're doing all this because when you don't have food, you do stuff. But anyway, the first act started out very strong. Halfway through this movie, especially when this big guy, he dies in this movie, like when his character was gone, there was another lady when she moves into her cell, you know, and we see in this movie, these 2 ladies, they're very different from each other. Central lead actress, obviously she's feeling like she's dealing with this guilt she has inside because of her art. She got, this child got killed. So she has all this guilt inside her. So at the beginning, she was okay with everything was happening, you know. As this movie went on, she, like end of it, she was like, I had enough, so I need to get out of this. Then we see another lady moves into her cell, and the movie dramatically really slows down, and from there on, all this new plot was introduced. I guess end of this movie, we learn this movie is actually not a sequel, it is actually prequel to that movie came out in 2019. So that will leave a lot of people disappointed because end of the day, I felt personally, a lot of things was not answered. All this movie left with all this unanswered question. I was like, what? And also left with this cliffhanger. It's really disappointing the way this movie ends. I was like, what? And you will feel like this movie was a cash grab. Although this movie is, the way it's end, it looks like they will be making more movie. Then again, I was thinking how you are planning to make more movie when this is not satisfying watch. Then again, how it goes in Netflix, like they're trying to make a universe out of this. Like the first movie was unique and interesting. This one is not interesting or unique because you have seen all this thing played out in the first movie. So these ideas are not unique here by any mean. But I guess some of this plot line might be a little bit interesting, so I don't mind. But I guess the biggest thing for me is like so many unanswered questions. Like, where are we gonna get to like all this answer? Like, who is behind all this? You know, this one looks like it did change the storyline like here. So I hope that we get another one. Will I be checking it out? I guess I will check it out. This one is really, it was quite hard to finish. Like this movie really very, like it was boring at the time, honestly, if I'm being honest here. It wasn't very entertaining. Like story wasn't satisfying, but this wasn't entertaining. It was quite a boring at the time. I was like, wow. And the truth is about all this action scene, the intense action scenes, often didn't make sense either. You are like seeing all these people jumping and like killing each other. You don't know anything about them. These things are happening very quick. You're just confused as the audience. So a lot of people will be also confused and disappointing watching this. Then again, if you like the first one, you will not like this one. But if they make the another one, I hope we'll get more answer in that one. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed my this review, don't watch other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.